Peace and blessings, family. It's your host KCDG. We got KingChaos in the building.
Already.
Um, we'll be right back after this. All right. And on today's docket, we got the dope boy diet up first. Want to elaborate what the dope boy diet is?
Well, yeah, I call it the dope boy diet. When we were coming up, we had those who were hustling and doing real good in the streets, and they would, get themselves in a position where they would eat real good and they would be living real good, or so we thought. And then as time went on and they got a little older, they ended up with diabetes, high blood pressure, all kind of other issues because of the stresses and the lifestyle choices that come with being a street runner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got these guys that are highly feared and highly respected in the streets, and one thing I noticed is that we want to be like them, but then if you sit back and wait and be yourself and you watch how they turn out, you see that their lifestyle, it either kills you mentally by putting you in prison, physically by putting you in the ground, or kills your future by destroying your health. So,
Yeah.
as a community, we have to be conscious of even those of us who seem or feel like we doing well, got to be aware of all the areas we can improve in. And everybody says pay attention and be aware of all these conspiracies and possible thoughts and beliefs and all that. But if we don't love ourselves first, love ourselves enough to be healthy and clean and forward thinking and prepare for the future, and it's all for nothing. So
All
we got
right.
to be ready.
And what role you think the drugs play in that?
I mean, drugs play a part all the way through because first of all, the dope boy lifestyle is developed on the profits made from drugs. Turn around, a lot of the cats who serve drugs use other drugs in order to stay awake and aware to protect what they've made from the drugs.
True enough. And
Then you
over
got,
time, you saying that shit takes a toll.
yeah. I mean, you have the few that even take the drugs to get past the guilt of what they're doing to people in order for them to make their money.
True enough. I feel that.
So it's all the dope boy lifestyle. I'm not knocking nobody hustle. Never knock a hustle.
Nah. But it gotta be moderated, you know. Cause I just say like, man, you hitting 50 years old, man, it don't make no sense to still be out on doing tours and putting your physical health at risk, and you ain't really, in the top shape, I could see if you like a Dion type nigga, work out every day type shit, got a nice healthy routine, which will be mandatory for you to still be touring and hitting stages and this and that all across the country on a consistent basis. Yeah. So I say that to say this, like shout out to Webby, he just had his incident on stage. But at the same time, man, I feel like Webby, he shouldn't even be putting himself in this predicament right now. Like, I mean, do your shows, but keep your health number one. If you know you gotta perform, man, keep yourself clean, man. Be up, hit the gym, stay in top shape. And I just feel like a lot of people from my city personally. falling from that same thing, man. That health, they get to eating and they be like they don't really have the time to hit the gym, work out, free their thoughts or anything like that. They always gotta stay on their P's and Q's. But shout out to them, shout out to the everyday street dudes, shout out to the everyday fathers, man. And on top of that, under that, we have the black discernment. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, black discernment. As a group, we had the ability to filter out the bull. You know what I mean? Even with the leaders that we decide to boost up in our communities. I mean, we can look at any of these situations where scandals have been sprung on, leaders in our various communities attached to the black people as a
Right,
whole. You know, we need to be able to tell the difference from a black person being attacked because they're being successful and being brought down so that they are successful and do good for the world, and the difference between allowing someone to be prosecuted for what they have done and shown is in their personality as far as negativities and actions and motives. As a group we need to recognize, hey, we see this is a pattern where you should not be leading our people whatsoever, because we see this consistent pattern of bad behavior. Regardless of how positive your words are, we as a group need you to take a seat in the back.
right.
So I feel that's major.
I feel that, and I feel like there's some like things that you really should keep out of public until you have them handled. You know what I mean? I just feel like, and it's just my opinion. It's nothing more, nothing less. Just like you got something serious on you, man. Like just chill. Like handle your business, man. Handle your business first. You don't need to explain nothing to nobody. You feel me?
Yeah.
You came in this world alone. You gonna die alone. Handle your business. Handle what you clean your face first. Then step out the house. You feel me? So if we had that mentality, I think the tactic what you speak of them tearing them down because they're successful, I think that would be pretty much negated if they was to carry themselves accordingly. But it's all just my opinion. And yeah, from there I get to the black endorsement where when a person of high status and I'm gonna say the upper community
The
do something,
influencers.
the influencers of the communities, when they do something that's out of the community's interest, they lose their endorsements. And I feel like we could be implementing the same thing.
I mean, that goes just like they said, if a certain community can cancel a certain artist for comments, then other communities should be allowed the ability to cancel those in which are against their personal beliefs and understandings as well. So it's like, why haven't we taken the power or unified enough to take power to cancel, so that we can keep out of our children's face what we don't want them to see? Like,
Well, my answer to that is because every time a man gets close to doing such a thing, we end up tearing them down. I mean, I can't say I like the individual personally, but I gotta respect them. Look at Boosie, bro. Everything Boosie do, he do it, on his own. You feel me? And his name attached to it, whatever it may be, whether it's a bag of goddamn chips or a goddamn commercial. you best believe Boosie gonna see him. You feel me? And I feel like he should be protected. Not that, he's already protected by himself. But if we follow that blueprint, is a further way to protect ourselves as well, and at the same time build up the people who's around us and who we do trust. Because you go and you look at Boosie's staff, it's all people he love and trust.
Right.
And I don't know if you peeped the Breakfast Club interview he did yesterday.
I seen a piece of it real fast.
Yeah, but he held it down, bro. They was like really trying to bash him and this and that for being him and having his opinion. He was like, "Nah, man, you can't offer me no amount of money to make me change the way I think or feel." And I felt like that shit was genuine, and I respect him for that. I hope it was genuine. I hope he ain't just saying things to just what I mean sway us over because we know how the Breakfast Club operate. So right now I feel like us as a community, we gotta make sure, hey, protect that idea what Boosie put out there. Be able to state your opinion and let that be known that that's that, man. It's my opinion. It's how I feel. It's nothing outside of that. It's nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know my vibe and my frequency, and whether you want to be around that, you can. Hey, that's all up to you. You take that in with yourself. And I feel like that's what we should build on. And yeah, when they ain't acting right, man, snatch them endorsements away, man. I mean, really, we ain't really organized yet to have anybody endorsed. The only thing that we really have as far as endorsements is our money, our power, our influence on social media. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like my boy Ten Toes Down say, man, all call outs are mandatory. You see foul shit going on, man. You gotta call that shit out, man. This new age type shit. You don't want the feds coming and knocking down the door, but yet you don't want us saying nothing to you too. So you gotta pick your poison.
Right. And on the other side, when we see somebody doing good and we can verify that they are consistent with doing good or trying to do good and trying to build and progress, then those people need to be endorsed and brought to the forefront so that we can see good examples and then follow the good examples and encourage and celebrate the good examples that come out of our community and not wait for somebody to force themselves to the top, because usually those who force themselves to the top don't deserve the top anyway. The ones who deserve the top are the ones that we recognize are putting the work in, doing the good thing, doing the right thing, and those we need to reach in and pull them up so that we can teach, learn, and progress as
Right.
efficiently as possible.
I can't remember the last time the people actually crowned their own champion.
Uh,
Like let's really think about it. When was the last time the people so-called claimed their own champion before he was before he was killed or assassinated?
that's it. The king. Yeah.
Who? Martin?
MLK, Garvey.
You think they was proclaimed as kings while they was living? They were not protected like kings.
I mean, listen, it's to how many revolutions, how many rebellions um had proclaimed leaders that didn't, amount to anything because the war was never won. You know what I'm saying? I feel Garvey was the king of that era of our he was the face of our unification. And if it would have been successful, we would have crowned him a king or president or whatever have you. Same thing with MLK. If MLK's influence would have allowed to sway a larger, you know, mass of people on the right side. And when I say the right side, meaning the controlling side of the situation, he would have been the representative for us in that. And in that aspect, he would have been crowned the king. Malcolm X, if the rebellion, any means necessary rebellion, would have taken any kind of real forceful progress, he, he would have been crowned. We've had leaders that um, carried a congregation large enough to be considered a king. It's just those campaigns were not successful.
So
And
would you consider Farrakhan a king?
Farrakhan definitely is carrying a village on his back, or at least on his name. I don't. I'm not. I'm no follower of his, but I know his influence is very strong and is undeniable. So Farrakhan truly could be considered a king.
Now let me ask you this: do you think he was appointed by the people?
That I have no idea. I can't even speak to that because I'm oblivious to the structure of the organization.
Hmm.
So I would assume that he was um, placed by one of his teacher's bosses, but that's just a speculation. I don't know how their system works. I've never been a part of it.
Nah, I'm not even gonna speak on it. I'm just gonna say, Farrakhan has a very unique story, and everybody does wrong, everybody does good. I believe that it's the motive that really counts at the end of the day, because I feel like this whole construct of a society, what we've built, has become way too complex to sustain.
Yeah, yeah. Real progress is going to come from a very extreme change, but um, I do not see the unification necessary for said progress.
Hmm, I feel that. So when you think about leaders and following and this and that, would you consider a online following to place a king?
In today's society, the amount of interacting followers you have holds a certain weight. And we cannot deny that virtual and non tangible as it may be, it is a considerable weight. And as time goes on, it is going to increase. And it's something that we cannot pretend does not exist. So, someone with a humongous internet following that we can confirm is an organic following is someone who could definitely plant a seed in a large portion of this country with very little effort.
I did that. Appreciate that, cuz love. But yeah, on top of that, so good thing you came in here, cuz would you consider young Pharaoh a king with his following that he previously had since he lost it?
Um, Considering that there are national leaders I have no clue about, but they are undeniably leaders, kings, presidents, chiefs, it is very possible that he was a king. Uh,
Hmm.
my understanding of his current situation, um, I don't know what it's called when a king has been abandoned in his own castle.
Hmm. You would call what he did abandoning his castle?
Yeah, yes, to build up a group solely on the belief of my integrity, and then to stab them all in the back by being as weak as the common man is disrespectful to those who followed him, and they will leave him if they haven't already. And so the castle, being his ego, he is now the only resident.
Mm,
And so instead of the king abandoning the villagers that are under attack and escaping to save his own life is one thing. But then the king that disrespects his subjects and is abandoned in his own kingdom, I don't even have a word for that.
I'm gonna drop the link for Cuzzo if you want to join the panel. I'm about to put it in the comments for you, Vok, if you want to jump on this thing. It's only for Vok. If anybody else, you will not be able to join. We ain't hollered at Negu in a minute. Hop on up here, Cuzzo. But yeah, I got some footage I'm gonna play here in a minute. And yeah, I feel like what you said is true. Having a certain amount of organic followers does hold its weight. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll follow Pharaoh. I was like watching damn near every video at one point in time he was posting. You feel me? Now that takes me back to our previous stream. All right, back. That takes me back to our previous stream. The way we said you know, be your own leader and taking the information and not so much getting so attached with the messenger,
Uh,
right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. If we like I mentioned, I've dealt with a lot of ministers that I've gained a lot of knowledge
Hmm.
from them speaking to the general congregation, and then when a more uh, like a better word, uh, intimate setting, when a question was brought to their attention, or a possible correction, fact check, or anything, and turns into a complete uh, chaotic situation, that shows that those leaders don't deserve their position. Uh, e-
Yeah, yeah.
Even the Bible says, as rarely as I go that route, the Bible even says that those who are considered to be teachers are to be judged stricter than those with other gifts, which makes sense because if I cannot hold you to a tighter standard than a student, why are you teaching?
Uh, so yeah, I stand on that with you, bro. Like let's get more attached to the message than the people. And cause if that's the case, then the message is foolproof. You feel me?
Right.
It's like no matter what happens, you're gonna learn from that lesson. That information is gonna be stuck with you. But you know, if that dude is flawed, you know, it won't really affect you because all you're attached to is the message.
Yeah. Librarian can be evil, but those books still contain the truth.
Yeah, that part. So, whew, I'm gonna wait for Vok to hop in, play the video because I don't know if he peeped it out or not. But I'm gonna wait till he hop in. But on another note, you had showed me a video of This Atlanta rapper watching a lady get kidnapped.
Not a lady, his lady.
No, that was
His lady.
yo, that was his girl.
Yeah, that's his girl.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here, man.
She was a
I'm about
bartender.
to pull this shit up. We gotta
She,
see. We gotta see this shit. I'm about to pull this shit up.
she was a bartender. She called, said she was on her way home. She got in front of the house. A gentleman approached her with a gun, shoved her in the car, drove off. 4 hours later, she was found dead by somebody walking their dog.
Oh, wow.
Mind you, this is an Atlanta rapper known for his gun talk.
That's crazy. Nah, I ain't. Wow. All right, I'm about to share the screen. That's nuts, yo. Okay, fair use, fair use. This the one, right?
Yeah, that's him.
What's the nigga name?
Uh, his name is
Hold on, let's see. Oh, what they talking about? Yes, sir. Shout out to you, brother. Fair use of into sentence. Fair use. End of sentence. All right, let's just get to the story.
audio.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, his name is Jerry Anton, aka Germ.
Germ.
Germ. Nobody needs to hand sanitize his ass.
You ever heard one of his songs?
Never. I never seen or heard of him till the news story. Nigga got all his clout from a tragedy.
I've
I mean, they
never
might know
heard.
him in Atlanta, but
What's
I
good, Cuzzo?
never seen him.
Wow, that's wild. That's wild, bro.
Or
Yo,
somebody was flirting at the bar and she turned it down and he followed her to the crib.
bro, it ain't funny because she died, man. But damn, this nigga's known for rapping about guns and showing guns and shit. And
Yeah,
he
they go
watched his old lady get kidnapped, bro.
look at the picture of him.
That's his old lady?
Yeah,
Damn.
two gun shorty. That's
In
him.
Atlanta. Two gun shorty. That's wild, bro.
Bananas.
So So we touched on the dope boy diet. Webby been doing drugs his whole career, smoking weed, popping pills, doing drink, lean, this and that. Now they got so many lasers and smoke shows during
Well,
these days at these concerts. He has a seizure on stage. You know, we hope he get better. Shout out to Webby. We talked about group discernment, about the black leaders, picking them out, and the black endorsement. I'm gonna hit you with the curveball video, and after this,
time out.
uh-oh. What's on your brain?
Tell me how old Lil Webby is.
How old a Webby is?
Mm,
I don't even think he go by Lil Webby no more. It would be disrespectful to call him Lil Webby.
my bad.
We'll call
Webby.
him Webby. I don't know.
Webby.
I'm a guess. I'm a guess. I ain't gonna Google it because I was damn sure about to Google it real quick. I say about 46.
My boy is 35.
Stop playing. Damn, yo, Webby 35. Oh, that nigga look like he well in his 40s, man.
Birthday coming up September 6th.
Damn, bro.
Happy early birthday, Will. Hey, 35, seizure. You don't got to be old for them drugs to get to you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, watch him get snatched up from behind the curtain.
Damn right.
Hey,
He was in the window. He watched. I watched the whole thing from my window,
that
bro.
nigga on the phone with the police. Why ain't gonna grab one of them pistols through a couple shots now? Something, nigga. At
Something.
the very minimum, bust a couple shots,
Stop the
nigga.
car. Shoot the car up.
Something,
Go
nigga.
stop
That's
the car with the
crazy.
bullet holes in it.
Get the tag, run outside, get the tag. Oh, I don't know. I think she probably dropped the phone. I'm gonna try to track the fuck. That nigga didn't want to leave the house, nigga.
No, he didn't want to be in no
He wanna-
danger. You serious? She looked Asian. She was supposed to do the
That nigga-
Oh, you heard
oh,
me? That's
hit her. Oh, she was supposed to hit him with the whoop, the whoop.
yeah. All them little Asian girls I see on all the movies kicking ass. She was supposed to do something.
Hey, for the young females that may be in this predicament, you
Boy,
know,
always stay strapped. Learn self-defense early and learn from real combat experts. Don't go to your local homie and say, teach me how to fight. Go find somebody who done really broke somebody's bones, made somebody bleed. You know what I'm saying? Go to a gun instructor who really put rounds down range on a regular basis, ex-military, law enforcement, whatever. The people certified for a reason. Use them to your advantage. Women lives matter.
facts.
Straight up.
And on top of that, I'm gonna give you a little combat training right here. Here we go. This how young Drew got out his situation. Watch him talk about it.
Adios. Adios.
Hold up. I gotta tell you about audio.
Peace. Adios.
But yeah, this video of young Drew talking about his situation. And you gonna hear it from the horse's mouth. Here we go. All the blinds in the house open.
when I turn around, this nigga got the pistol on my stomach. So I fuck on him, motherfucker. I went to shot. Shit went through the bed, went up in the bed, and I fuck around, pushed the nigga down, ran up through the house with my homeboy that was supposedly homeboy. I ran, jumped the bed, jumped the other bed, got there, ran up the street, called the police, got there. They were like, shit, what you want to do? I was like, shit, I want my car. You want to do? I don't know about nothing. You my car, you know that nigga come up here, don't come out at you. So what, motherfucker, if you do the investigation real good, you know that I ain't did. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same type of shit. Like niggas try to be like that, but I fuck on the fuck nigga, let him know that I've been doing this shit. Been a shot me already, mama. You know what I mean? This shit ain't so this kind of shit. I tried to grab that girl, if I'd have took it, I'd probably killed him. Yeah, but I'm glad I ain't take it. Don't know that nigga. I'm glad that nigga know that I'm playing this shit like next time you know. If you gonna go in here and shoot me, nigga, don't come on to me trying to do all that fuck shit. You know what you gonna do? Get the hell on. I ain't gonna die by it. I'll get to you, but you're a lame ass nigga that don't know how to brawl. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your raw skills. I shot your ass on sight, or you got a cane out. Somebody said, you know what, $300,000 tree?
Pocket full of money.
Running up the street, big polo, all white polo.
All white polo.
You know what I'm saying? My shirt was tucked in and everything. I jumped the fence and I still was free.
Is that where that move came from? Is that where that move came from?
Yeah, nigga said I jumped the fence and I still was clean, nigga. Shout out, Joe. Okay, Negu in the building.
Peace, King. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Yo,
We good, man.
Yeah,
We was
I
just
don't
talking
even...
about the Atlanta rapper who watched his girlfriend get snatched up and killed.
Huh?
Atlanta rapper, gangster rapper, watched his girlfriend get snatched
Well, he ain't
up.
that gangster if he let his girl get kidnapped and killed. And he ain't that gangster.
All right, but yeah, right there in the
I wish somebody would just do that in front of me, and I'm just gonna stand there.
Nah, he was in the house behind the curtains on the phone with the police.
Man, you playing?
Man, I'm gonna take it back for you. I'm gonna take it back for you. This for Negu.
I got the 911 call.
Wow. Wow. Hey, stop, boy. Yeah, you gotta stop, man. Yeah, you can't be throwing stuff. You ain't gonna say hey to your cousin. Say hey, cuz.
Hey, look what Phil said.
He get into everything.
He got his whole rap career off his girl's death. Never even heard of him before.
Wow. That's what they doing now, man. They not being real about what they got going on, bro. He young. I bet you young.
Look.
Yeah.
Man, shut the front door, bro. Atlanta rapper. Wow. I ain't even surprised, bro. I ain't surprised by none of these people these days, man.
Hey, I'm gonna play it. Let me share the screen. Hold up. We'll run it back for Negu in the building.
Man, I can't wait to see this. You got the whole rap career of his. Wow. And what's his rap name?
Germ.
Oh, that name alone, that let you know what time it is right there.
All right.
Yeah, these rappers got to stop naming themselves certain things, bro. Like that has meaning behind it once you name yourself a certain word.
And when I grew up, you had to be given a name.
Kidnapped and murdered, and tonight we're hearing the moment Miriam Abdul-Rab was taken. Atlanta police just releasing the new 911 calls from the shocking crime.
Also new tonight, the suspect accused of killing Miriam is booked into the Fulton County Jail. And here's DeMarcus
Fulton County
mugshot. He is expected in court tomorrow morning.
CBS 46 anchor Tracy Hutchins listened to the 911 calls and explains how they shed light on the crime. Tracy.
Rick and Sean, the calls are chilling and horrifying to think about. So we're warning that they may be difficult to listen to. It all happened as a 27-year-old Atlanta woman is reportedly kidnapped at gunpoint.
There's somebody just left with my girlfriend.
For the first time, we're hearing the
hell.
panic 911 call as Miriam Abdul-Rab is kidnapped from the front yard of a Southeast Atlanta home. On the phone, Jerry Antoine, an Atlanta musician who says Abdurrab is his girlfriend. He posted these pictures of the two of them together on his Instagram story. Antoine tells the dispatcher he had just spoken to Miriam moments before, and she was on her way to his home on Burrow Street.
Oh my God. Girl, I just watched her get kidnapped in front of my house. What the? Oh my God. She had a gun pointed to her? Yes, I watched it all through my window in my front yard. He had a gun to her and he forced her into a car. He on a security shirt.
But just 4 hours after she was reported kidnapped, a man walking his dog found Miriam's body on Lake Avenue.
Lord Jesus, I see a Caucasian woman face down.
He called 911 too.
Lord, this is somebody's baby.
Okay, and please tell me, why does she look dead?
Face down, her face, her nostrils and mouth are directly into the ground. Oh, yes, she's dead. Oh, my God. That's the blood around her, upper body and arms.
Atlanta police believe DeMarcus Brinkley killed Miriam Abdurrab. Investigators taking out arrest warrants for murder, aggravated assault, kidnapping, false imprisonment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. It is so tragic to hear those 911 calls and how Miriam's life ended. A GoFundMe page has been set up in her name.
Gangster rappers.
Wow.
Okay. I got man. All right. So first of all, the camera footage is from a neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Which means he don't got no cameras up.
Wow.
First problem. Second problem. That's a big dude. I have never been in the military, but I bet you, as small as that lady was and as big as that dude was, I bet you I can hit him without hitting her. Bet you. Number 3, security shirt, co-worker.
You hit it right on the head. I got 4. The nigga turned himself in.
He turned himself in.
Yeah, in Fulton County. That's how they called him.
Oh, you know what? It does not say he was apprehended. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
They said they served him warrants, meaning he turned himself in and they brought him the paperwork and booking.
Man, so okay, let me get this straight, bro. So your girlfriend, obviously he cared about it because he got pictures of her and everything like that.
He was at the window waiting for her to come home.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just hard for me to be on the phone while my girl is getting in the car. Like, come on, bro. Like, so come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say what I say. When it comes down to that, bro, like, you can't be rapping about this stuff. I'm telling you, the universe gonna show you. Like, if you keep rapping about being gangster, having guns, or any type of image, karma gonna come, bro. Universe gonna see what it's talking about. Okay, you gangster. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world, bro. Like, I put this on everything, bro. I'm not. Let me turn my alarm on. I'm not being on the phone, bro. I'll be on the phone and it's gonna be on the ground. I'm shooting at that car. I promise you that. Off top, like, come on, bro. Like,
that was a big dude.
Man, shit. All right. And then too, I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. When it comes down to stuff like this, you never know when you're getting these situations. Even the girlfriend and himself need to be taking some type of self-defense class, learning how to, when you get in these situations, what to do.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
super nice
like,
neighborhood.
Yeah, man. Cause like this is crazy. He appreciate it, but yeah, it's all right. But yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I hate that woman. That the woman is gone. At the same time, it needs to be a lesson learned, man. These rappers, this ain't the first incident that done happened. As far as these rappers and stuff, and being in the limelight, because people gonna see what you talking about.
Right.
This is what they live for. Like a cat sitting at home. You know what I'm saying? You put 5,000 in their pocket, they gonna go do it.
Wow.
Just using an example, I ain't saying that would happen. I don't know what it sounds like a setup to me. Be honest with you, for because if album sales go up,
Right. Well, that
you
was
know
in
what
our
I'm saying?
comments. That was in our comments. He got his whole rap career off of the girl's death. Never heard of Germ before. Listen, I got cats in Atlanta. Never heard of him before.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of him either. And a name like Germ kind of helps the argument of it may be a setup. Yeah, that's
Interested to see what
it's
happens.
unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. That family, peace and prosperity to that family, man. That lost that woman, man. And then too, like another thing too, if my woman is coming to the house, I'm outside waiting.
She a bartender. Why you not bringing her home? You a rapper. You not doing nothing right now. You can pick her up every day.
Man, he's stuck in the house, man. Calling the police, man. Calling the police, bro. Like the police would have been called, but it wouldn't have been me calling.
So let's play the game. We guess how old Webby was. You know, Webby just had a seizure on stage.
Wow. He all right?
I don't know. I ain't had no update on it, but you know, prayers to him. But I thought he was well in his 40s. I thought he was well in his 40s. Webby 35. And the topic was
I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, the topic was the dope boy diet.
I tell you. We all got that neighborhood uncle that made all the bread.
Right.
But he was fat and always tired and always hurting and always complaining about his body and shit. Then you got all this money, but you sick as hell.
Yeah, man. Poor diet, number one. Number two, the drugs. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody knows that Webby's on drugs and stuff.
Yeah, of course. He raps about it all the time. And
yeah.
Like you say, that's another thing. That karma come around full whole, but
more than 200 rappers died in 2020, and you would be surprised at the amount of them that died from drug overdose.
It's
crazy.
You got a lot of them died from COVID too.
Yeah. I think I seen 5. I seen 5 out of the 200 first rappers that died in 2020. 5 of them died from COVID, but at least the same amount died from drug overdose. And
that shit is wild.
It'd be funny because
shout out Red Fella.
A big percentage of them die from car accidents and not from gun violence.
Right.
I mean, shoot, just in general, bro. Like, you know how they put the stats out there, like, more shootings of this and more shootings of that. Man, that'd be a small percentage. All this stuff about what black people go through, the percentages, like we the minority, this, that, and the third. How we the minority and y'all keep talking about us on a big scale? If we was the minority, bro, y'all wouldn't be talking about us like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never believed that. And I don't understand it. I never did when they talk about it. Even when I was younger, when I was legit, I used to hear about like we the minority. There's less black people than it's more white people. Come on, man.
Let me build on that. Because I came to an understanding that like, what if instead of the physical people, what they really mean is the income or the physical structure of the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I agree with. Yeah.
In that department, we're the minority, and only in that department because we spend the most. It's just not organized.
But you know, I feel like it's choice too, because if we spend the most money, we should have the most control. We should be like, nah, I'm not gonna spend with Gucci. I'm not gonna spend with Reebok. Let's get some black owned clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
it's simple. It's real simple.
So the numbers say census, the 2019 census says that blacks or African Americans are only 13.4% of the population.
Right. I don't agree with that. I see too many black people every day. Even if even if I go to a different state or something like that. That's all I see. Unless the other people, other races are hiding.
Unless they talking about 13% of us. We're 13% of the free population.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm out in Puerto Rico right now, and my girl go out yesterday, and she say she see some my cousins and them out here in a black hoodie. I'm like, that's racist. You can't be saying no shit. What you I get what you say. Yeah, I know we everywhere, but
Everywhere.
racist. I don't know these motherfuckers. You know, but yeah, that builds on your point. But I'm all the way out in Puerto Rico, so
yeah,
that
we
just goes to
everywhere, bro.
show you.
Like,
I seen a dude. He had his own barbecue grill, like trailer and everything on his truck.
yeah,
We made the eye contact, hit the, like,
yeah.
okay, okay,
That's
that's
all it
all it
is, a
is, and
connection,
we
bro. Like,
build, dog.
yeah,
That's it, man. So
yeah,
yeah,
bro. Cause like they do the same thing in other races, man. When they see
Right.
when an Asian person see each other, man, they already know like we we together now. I
Whatever
don't care
you
what's
doing,
going
I'm
on over there.
offended.
We together. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think it's the brainwashing of constant centuries, you know what I'm saying, of us not dealing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then when we deal with each other, we come in with aggression. Cause we so used to them being aggressive with us. So we've taught that over generations. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, until we get to the point of when we see each other, instead of being so aggressive, man, just give that nod. Like that's all you gotta do. You
Right.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. Nothing more,
Mhm.
nothing less. As long as you know, hey, it's somebody out here like me, look
Yeah,
like
yeah,
me,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
on
like
my
that.
same way because I see what he doing.
Yeah, Red
Mhm.
Feather serious, ain't it? Red Feather know what I'm talking about. I like the Red Feather phone.
Look
But
up
yeah,
SF 181 form.
I'm already on it. Give me 1 second.
And shout out to people in the comments, man.
yeah, facts. We definitely
Shout out to people in
appreciate
the
y'all.
comments.
Subscribe, like, hit the
KCDG,
notification bell.
they need that support, man, for real. Like this is real podcast, real talk, bro. Like all these podcasts are fake out here.
Yeah,
Unless
if
it's
you want
Kwame
to come
Brown.
on
Unless
board,
it's
just let
Kwame
us know.
Brown, that's different. But you know, all the rest of them fake out here, man. Ain't no real podcast out here, bro. You know what
And
I'm
shout
saying?
out to all the real ones that we may be missing. If you out there
Yeah.
speaking the truth, shout out to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Gravity Takeout. Um, what's another good one? Kwame. What I don't even know Kwame's podcast name, but Kwame Brown. Um, it's a woman. It's a woman that my wife looks at. Once I find out her
Fleur Burn.
you said Fleur
Burn.
Fleur Burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fleur
Mm-hmm.
Burn. Yeah, it's another good podcast. And speaking that real, man. And yeah, man. Let me see. You say you looking up that form?
Yeah, I'm seeing what
Yeah,
he talking about.
yeah, I'm on it right now. It's
Ethnicity and race
It's called
identification.
SF 181.
What's it for?
Okay.
They
it's
looking it
a
up. They about to find out.
race identification, right? So is this a form where you can tell the government how to identify you? Is that what this form is about?
I
Because
don't
if
know. Hold on, let me see. Let me read it. Ethnicity and race interested. Under authority of 42 U.S.C. Sections 2016 and in compliance with the Office of Management Budget's 1997 revisions to the standards for the classification of federal data on race and ethnicity.
Yeah. Let people see me. Yeah, let people see me.
Listen. There was a black racial group from Africa you
African
know
or
of.
form.
Cash out. Appreciate that cash out, brother. And shout out to you, man.
Oh, they sent the cash out. Yeah, man. Flood it, y'all. Flood it.
Yes,
Flood that
sir.
cash out.
same form that is on job apps. What? Boy, that's
Oh,
pressure
you talking about
right
when they
there.
asked it?
It's self-identification form.
Yeah, yeah,
You can
Yeah,
choose
that's
not to
pressure right
participate.
there.
yeah.
Hey, so I told you about my experiment I did a couple years ago when I was still in Florida, where I would put in 4
You said that
applications
shit.
for every job. And I would have the white me, the black me, same social, same name, same address. Only difference I would change my ethnicity on each application. It'd be black, white, Hispanic, and other every time. 4 applications to every job. Every single white application I put in got a phone call.
That's crazy. And you know, it's crazy how the universe works. I was just thinking, like, damn, what if I put in an application where I'm saying I'm white? Like, would that be against the law if they come in? I come in and I'm like, oh, I'm white. I'm blacker than the motherfucker, bitch. But
I don't
shit.
see, legally speaking, you are not legally tied to what you put on those papers. It's just it's suggested that you tell the truth, but there is no legal binding. Like you can't be
Statutory.
convicted
Right.
of perjury
That's the
Right.
Yeah,
for telling incorrect information on those forms.
Yeah.
we're too mixed up.
Statutory equals black. Non-statutory equals white. It is not about skin color.
Yeah, that's see. That's why I be want to put on God. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to hire me, I'm a God. No, I'm a God. You know what I'm saying? Like hire me. You know.
Oh wow,
So
okay.
that's
Hey, I like this guy. Hey,
Boy, he's dropping some pressure. I want him on
what do you
the
say? No
panel.
white means. Wait, white is
Competent legally.
right.
Means that
That's
you're
deep.
competent legally. White is cool, right? If you know the law. That's true.
Hey, you don't think we need an introduction?
I don't know. He ain't got no profile picture, but he did just send a $25 cash app. So if you want to hop on the panel, bro, let us know. You could drop some knowledge if you want.
for sure, bro. People showing love like that. That's real. That's real.
God damn.
You want to say hey
And
to the
yeah,
people? You want to say hey to your cousin? Huh? He done got big, bro.
I'm surprised neither one of my co-stars done made an appearance yet.
Oh, I had to come
What?
on here, bro. Like I seen it. I had my birth certificate in the bag, so I'm white, of course.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I was waiting for you to play this video of it's right there in the
Let me get
check
that
the
because you had
banner
it
at
on.
the bottom. KCDG 1620. Right at the bottom of
Let
your
me get that
screen.
because
Scrolling
you had that on
down.
the
Hold
floor.
on,
You got
I'll
to
put
throw
it
that
in the
away.
comments.
Let me get that. You had it on the floor. I don't want you eating it. It was on the floor. It was on the floor. No. Now you got all them toys in there to play with. Go play with them toys. Oh, you going on, so you talking all that junk because you ain't getting what you want. You going on, man.
Junior. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Talking all that junk, man. Talking all that junk because he not getting what he
You
wants. Give him
know
some
what
love.
time it is.
Give him some love, man. Get some sugar. Get some sugar. Oh.
But yeah, I'm pull up the video once he get situated and everything of the
Go play.
Ooh, there you
Go
go.
play. Say hey. All right, you ain't gonna say hey. Go play then. Go play. I
Found your
see you later.
channel when you was on Kwame. The channel lit. Appreciate you, James, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, Kwame. You the truth, man. You been doing real positive things. He really inspired me to hop on this thing. So, shout out to Kwame. Shout out to the whole gang over there.
Man, you know what? I got a quick story about Kwame, man. He from well, I don't know if he's from Brunswick or not. I think he was born in South Carolina. But anyway, Glenn Academy came, I'm from Albany, so he came to the crib at the Civic
Right.
Center, man. And he's 7 feet for real, bro. Like
Oh
in
yeah.
high school, cause
High school.
my
Damn.
Alexander Johnson, you know what I'm saying? He was the top guy in Albany, or I think I don't know if he was number one in the state, but I think Kwame was number one at the state. But I know Alexander Johnson was top 10. And he's 16, and he looking down at him. I'm looking like, Alexander, what you gonna do, bro? You know what I'm saying? And I tell people, as smart as he is, people think he is now. He always been like that, bro. Always been like that. He went to Glen Academy. That ain't no slouch school.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't no slouch school, bro. Like, I know he was talking about how, he was in the hood, he, had no shoes and stuff, but he always been intelligent, bro. He always been intelligent, bro. And just recently, Shannon Sharp did an interview with Allen Iverson and Al Harrington, and they spoke about how intelligent he was and how much, the pressure of the NBA, they didn't want him to win. That's why I kind of like, I know a lot of people say, Jordan's the GOAT, this and that, third. I feel like if you're going to put somebody at GOAT status, great of all time, that means he's great off the court and on the court. That's just my personal opinion, because if you draft somebody number one, first high school player to ever go number one, first.
Bro, I didn't even know that until he came out like recently.
First, bro. Do you know how lit we was at the crib? Bro, we was lit. We was like, hold on, somebody from around the way, number one?
Right.
Come on, bro. Number one, not the second selection. They didn't pay, they passed on everybody, said, no, we want Kwame. Come on now. From the crib? From the crib, bro.
But
Bronx was like 45 minutes away, bro. It's not that far from Albany, bro.
I already know. But you
And
said the dude was 7 foot for real, so back then Biggs was popping,
I'm talking about in high school, he handling the rock, he crossing up Alexander, getting to the come on, bro. Like what he was doing in the league, he doing this in high school, 7 feet. 7 feet, bro. Like, come on, bro. Playing guard.
Shout out to Demetrius David Claiborne for the Cashapp. We appreciate you, brother. And
yeah, peace to everybody with the Cashapp, bro. And
hey, I wanted to I got a video waiting for you to play, because we was talking about the black leaders and the black endorsement, to where when stuff happened to, and like say a white person do something or anybody do something in that type of environment and community, they pull their endorsements, they pull their dollars.
Right.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I feel like there's more structure and control over there, because you don't see lighter skinned people. I'm gonna say that lighter skinned people doing things like this. Hold up. I'm gonna share my screen here. And give you forehand to what I'm talking about.
I'm ready to punch this bitch Golden in the mouth. I can't hold it in no more. I'm sorry. I'm ready to punch this bitch Golden in the mouth. I'm ready to punch this bitch in the mouth, son. I'm telling you, I can't hold it in no more, dog. I cannot hold it in no more. Am I lying? Am I fucking lying? I'm ready to punch this bitch in the face, yo. I cannot hold it in no more, y'all. I'm ready to whoop this bitch ass, and I don't even put my hands on females. I'm telling y'all, I do not put my hands on females. I'm ready to beat this bitch going the fuck up, man. I'm telling y'all, dude. Listen to this bitch. This bitch gonna call me and say, can I help her pay for a new nanny, right? Now, sweetheart, what did I just tell her? I said, of course I can help you pay for a new nanny. I don't have a problem with it. But I want to meet the nanny, introduce me to the nanny. You're not just going to have no stranger around my motherfucking kids. this bitch gonna tell me this is a professional. I said, bitch, professionals is the grimiest motherfuckers in the world, bitch. Are you that stupid? You stupid ass bitch. Listen, I need somebody to really talk to this bitch, yo. Because I'm trying my hardest. I swear to God, I'm trying my hardest, dog. I'm ready to stump this bitch out, son. I'm ready to stump this bitch out. And I ain't never violated her brother. I ain't never violated her father. I ain't never did nothing but had nothing but love for this girl family. But I'm telling you right now, y'all better talk to y'all daughter, dog. Sacramento! Y'all got a bitch out here that's dumber than a box of fucking rocks. The bitch out here dumber than a box of fucking rocks. I'm telling y'all right now, talk to this bitch. Talking about that's a professional. Bitch, what you think the professional? Who the fuck you think is grabbing the kids, stupid ass bitch? You're professional. You stupid bitch. You dumbass bitch. Are you that fucking retarded, you stupid ass bitch?
All right. So
That was an hour-long video.
that was on video.
Y'all know I got my clip. Y'all know I got my clip locked and loaded. I'm just waiting on y'all for me to respond.
Hey,
Go for it.
We've already responded, bro. It's on you.
First of all, bro, you sound like a motherfucking. You sound like the bitch, and I'm talking about young Pharaoh. First of all, I'm talking about young Pharaoh. If that's Pharaoh on that clip, you sound like the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care, bro. You sound like and baby, excuse me for yelling loud, cause I know I don't want the kids to listen to me. Let me close it though, babe. I'm about to go off. Okay. You the bitch. First of all. You know why? Because if she wasn't a bitch when you laid down with her.
Facts.
She wasn't a bitch when you laid down with her. And you supposed to be so-called a black leader. You supposed to be a so-called black leader. You give out so much information. You gave out information about the deep state. You gave out information about just black people in general. The black woman is God. So you gonna talk about God like that? You gonna talk about God like that? If the black woman is God, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer. You kneel to the God that you want to be with. Because if you a God, you kneel to the God that you want to be with. So you can stand, so y'all can be side by side and she can watch your back. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, bro, like, how can you say stuff like that, bro? You know what I'm saying? If she's telling you she's a professional, whatever, if the black woman is God, you got to take a word for her. I ain't saying you got to put money down and get the nanny if you don't want to. If you want to meet the nanny, shoot her some money. Because off top, if she's telling you this nanny can help, obviously she trusts the nanny around the child.
Right.
Because if you calling her stupid, that means she was stupid way before the nanny. Way before y'all had kids.
Right. All you do is get older and wiser.
Wait,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I'm confused, right? Because why did he have to take that route in order to get the parents' attention? If you really wanted to reach out to her parents to get some kind of understanding,
right?
Would you go live for an hour when you could have spent that hour on the phone? Hey, listen, I don't really understand what's going on. I just want to understand what's going on.
Let me tell you why.
Understand.
Let me tell you why, Chaos. Because I know you don't follow too much of Pharaoh's, Brother Polites, and stuff like that. Trust me, I've been watching you, bro. You a solid. Well, you all right with me. You solid. Anyway, I'm just gonna let me go ahead and put that out there and send the cash out to KingChaos too as well. But anyway, let me tell you why. Because Pharaoh has been in the limelight for so long, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them white folks or I ain't gonna say white folks, whatever leadership, wicked leadership that's got in his pockets. Right. They don't set him up for the good. So now they probably telling him, man, you gotta do this, that, and the third. So now he just disrespecting his own children's mother. And they make it so bad. You know why I'm so upset with that situation, bro? Because he exposed so many people that done so much wrong to, like, what's that guy named Nature Boy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about he put Nature Boy out there for as having a cult and all this other stuff. But you sitting up here cussing and fussing and telling some personal conversation that you had with your own child's mother. I don't like saying baby mama, your child's mother. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is this, bro. Yep, exactly. Pharaoh has been compromised, bro. Like they don't put that money in, they don't put that battery pack in Pharaoh, bro. I remember he was a cold dude. The information is cold. Most of it is accurate, right?
Mhm.
But since the past few, I guess he wasn't getting enough support or something. Lately, bro, he just been talking about it's a alleged situation where he done beat that girl up. You know what I'm saying? It's a alleged situation. Well, no, he admitted out his own mouth. He had some kind of yoga instructor that was some white woman, and he was very supportive of that situation or whatever. I say all that to say this: how you gonna sit up here and advocate that the black woman is God, and you sit up here disrespecting your own child's mother,
your own God?
Yeah, your own God. You feel what I'm saying? And you act like the internet is undefeated. When them children get older, they gonna play that for that child, man. You know what I'm saying?
You might play it for him. You know, you never know these days.
But see, I don't know how old his children is. I don't think they old enough to really take in and recognize what he's saying about their mother.
That was 2 minutes of that video, bro. If I would have got it the 5 minutes, you wouldn't. Oh my God, bro. He went from waving a gun in front of the camera, saying that he would shoot anybody. That's unpharaoh like, right? When has he ever showed a gun on camera?
That battery pack is in there, boy. That battery pack is in there, bro. He feel like he ain't no far from polite. See, he used to talk about polite all the time. He ain't too far from that.
And then on top of that, he said that only white people have really done anything for him.
That's
black
a lie.
People.
So who are the followers?
Black.
So what me and Chaos discussed on the previous live stream was that the information that these characters, what they dangle in front of us, be so valid. And Chaos mentioned that we should get more attached to the message than the person.
For sure.
I agree with that. You process what you process, and you do what you want with that, whatever you process. I do feel that everybody has their choice of who they support or whatever. But ever since with me, I had been following Pharaoh for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like basically since day one. Like he came. I thought I was alone out here in the world.
Yeah, I'm talking about muscle shirt Pharaoh. You feel me?
Yeah, like I watched all his fights on when he was doing the UFC thing, or mixed martial arts, should I say? Even told people to watch his lectures. Even supported him when he was doing his debates. Shared his stuff. I shared all his stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Follow
debates on
his social
Sarnetta
media platforms.
Studios was fire though.
Yeah.
Really.
I even got to a point, bro. I got so programmed with him. I even stopped messing with Sarnetta them. I was like, nah, bump all them.
Right.
It's all about Pharaoh and Seti, right? Because I mean, he proved it that they did some shicey stuff. So, but in all actuality, Sarnetta kind of like, in a way, helped him get to that feat because I didn't know nothing about him till I seen him on Sarnetta.
That's true.
Yeah. And I know you were saying he was on Facebook, he blew up on Facebook, but once I seen Sarnetta, that I felt like that's how he came up. You know what I mean?
I say the moment I came in, the contact with Pharaoh was because at that moment I was following Brother Polite, and then when I moved to Atlanta, you put me on Pharaoh. You was like, oh man, Pharaoh already crushed him.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, nah, Pharaoh already crushed him, man. Check this out. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, I mean the debates, like he annihilated that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for him to get to this point, bro, like I'm like, come on, bro. Like you
But that
sound
was
just like everybody else, bro. You sound like everybody else.
But I didn't
And
hear about him
3
until
years
his
ago.
fall.
huh?
Who,
I didn't
Pharaoh?
hear about him until his fall. Like I didn't like he never crossed
Yeah.
my radar not one time until like to when he moved into the crib with all the money and kicked the girl and the kids out. That's when I heard about him, and I never went back and watched no old videos because what I heard about him
Wow.
kept me from going to look at it.
But see, yeah,
So you're not eating.
yes, I am.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, I can. Matter of fact,
So
Are you sure?
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
you got every perspective right there. You got dude who's been following from the jump, dude who just,
Yeah, since day
even
one, bro.
heard
Like
about her.
one of my closest friends, man, put me on, and he was like, check out Pharaoh, man. He talking about because for a long time I had been a Christian. Like
Right.
man, you couldn't tell me nothing about Jesus, right?
All
And
right.
once it wasn't till I saw Pharaoh. It just I want to tell people the universe led me to I need to leave this Bible alone. It's not making sense, right?
Right.
So when he came along and broke it down for me, I was like, okay, I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not making sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, bro, like I was getting my free information. I watch this stuff and go research it, and I'm like, yeah, it is true. You know, and then after a while, I went into a whole different spiritual awakening, you know, where I didn't need him, but out of support because he helped me get to this point, then I was like, all right, cool.
Yo, I like Red Feather, bro. I don't know
I
who this
don't know
is,
who
bro.
he is, but he
But
is
hey,
hey. Shout out to you, man.
yo,
I think
hit
he
me on
listens to our
IG.
favorite subscriber, bro. Swear to God, yeah.
Bro, hey, listen.
Hey,
So
he just you see
so
what he say down there, Negu?
I caught up.
Yeah,
Y'all ever heard of Brother Ben X?
yeah, Ben X, yeah.
Hey, see, I've
Shout out
heard
to Ben X
him.
too.
See, I see a lot of the reason why I don't catch up with a lot of these cats is because there's a lot of repeat information, right? You know,
Mhm.
Right.
You right about that. Yep.
I got baptized by the knowledge itself because I ran into 5%ers because my mom is from Jersey.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And when you meet the 5%ers, they got their whole little script that they run down to you in the debates and the points and the history and the confirmation. And then I met some Jehovah Witness they call themselves true scholars, and they wanted to break down the Bible. And then you got another group came and they wanted to break down the Bible. And then so it got to the point where I broke off from all of those directions as far as attaching myself to these individuals and paying attention to the lessons. When you look at the Bible, Gnostic or current, the Bible gives the same lessons at the end of the day.
Right.
It's
Right.
not about these people. I understand that Jesus or Yahshua or Muhammad or the guy who started the Mormon movement, whatever. These are all people. And
Right.
if we look at the stuff that is said that does not pertain to morality, that is usually
Right.
what everybody gets hung up on. If we all
Yeah.
pay attention to the lessons that focus on being
Right.
a good person or
Right.
being a bad person, we would as our community, we would unify way faster because then it wouldn't be MLK, Malcolm X, Maxis, whoever, Obama, Trump. None of that shit would matter. We would all be focused on the messages. Hey,
Right.
this guy said ABC, and we've been successful since we followed this, but we found out that he is a bad guy for whatever reason. That's
Right.
cool. I'm gonna take what I've learned from him. We're gonna set him to the side and let him be dealt with, and we're gonna continue on because whoever is in charge, whatever creator, God, entity, whatever is in charge. At the end of the day, the mission is to progress. So as
Right.
a unit, as a community, we
Right.
must focus on what we need to do to progress. So we need to identify these messages or these lessons,
Mhm.
embrace them, and apply them. And when everybody wants to focus on these people, on these individuals, instead of these lessons that have been identified as a people, uh, you know,
Clean face first.
clean your
Clean
face
face.
first. You can pass some
Clean face
information
first.
with a dirty
Yeah.
face. You can give me information. You can teach me something with a dirty face, but don't
Right.
stand in front of me and think that I can follow your example when you haven't made sure that you are completely clean.
All right.
That's true. That's very true, man. I 100% agree because once, like for example, following Pharaoh for that long time and seeing, but that's how the universe works, man. It shows you that you got to go back to self. You know,
Always return to self.
because regardless of the information you know, because you know what I'm saying, I'm confident. I'm very, yeah. I feel like, and I know that I know a whole lot, right? And my thing is this: it's all about, like you said, going back to self and teaching yourself, because you got to teach yourself. You got to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, there's no way in the world you're gonna love somebody else. If you're not
That
teaching yourself, there's no way in the world you're gonna teach somebody else anything.
shout out you gotta love yourself.com. Link down below. I got you with the plug. Don't even worry about it. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, shoot, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just feel like when it comes down to, I had said this, I had a discussion with somebody before a long time ago, and I felt like if all the people that are scholars, like that present so much information, like Pharaoh or Seti or Brother Polite or whoever, right? I feel like instead of them, because you notice over time they was always beefing.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, but see, I was so caught up in the information, I didn't realize this until recently
right.
that if those guys would have just came together, like you, like Crucial and yourself, Chaos, and build something bigger, we would be unstoppable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
We the people.
when Jordan came into the league, or you notice when Magic and Bird collaborated on a lot of stuff, but it couldn't get that big because they weren't gonna support Magic. They'll support Bird. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they're not gonna support Magic, right? And just imagine if all the people that came along, the Marcus Garveys or most recently, if Malcolm X and MLK would have came together, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Mm-hmm.
man, during that time. And so I just say all that to say this, man. It goes back to self, man. When you come together on something, man, once you agree upon something together, focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like when you get off air, you go to talking about this person or like he did talking about his baby, his child's mother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are on a video trying to tell everybody else. You know what I mean? And I just feel like when I see stuff like that with Pharaoh, or I see something like with that rapper, that just called the police or whatever, everybody gonna have their opinions about that. They like, man, I would have stayed in the house too. It's not about that. You can't kill something that's not scared to die.
Right.
You know what I'm
And on
saying?
top of that, bro, it's all about like, man, it's about setting a parameter to me, because when you make moves like that, it get national attention, bro. So that puts
Mhm.
a trajectory image on anybody that look like that. A bitch look at me and see my hair, they gonna be like, oh, Kodak. You know,
Right,
a nigga look at you and
right,
see your hair, they gonna be like, oh, well, shit, whoever got that type high top fade, with the James
right,
Harden type shit,
right,
anything like that. So
right. I get that
at
a
the
lot
end of
too.
the day, that's
I
what I'm
get that a
saying.
lot too.
It all comes back to the everyday people, which is why I feel like that certain industry, that certain conglomerate of corporations
Mm-hmm.
control what we see on a day-to-day basis. It's a real monopoly.
They
It's a
surely
real
do.
monopoly.
I mean,
They
yeah,
surely
Well,
do, man.
it's verified. It's been verified that the individuals that own the record labels are also the individuals that own the private prison facilities.
Yep.
true enough.
So I mean, it is only makes sense to go, where the money flows. If I know that I own the prisons and I can force the the population into my prison by music, then they're just being money wise. It is unfortunate that we are the target, but at the end of the day, if we do not have righteously minded people, then the ways of income will never be righteous.
What I was thinking, I was like, what if black communities, purchase their own prisons,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't see
became in
why not.
control of their own prisons?
I don't
because
see why not.
it is needed, but the reason why it's such an issue is because of the contracts, the 90% guarantee occupancy. That is where the issue really lies. It's not so much
Hmm.
having a jail available, because those
Right.
who do wrong must deal with their consequences. Regardless of how much we hate to see jail. But just like my brother was talking about, Red Feather was talking, we get caught up in these principles and lessons and turn it into a religion. The 5%. My mom is from Trenton, New Jersey, by the way. When you link,
Side trend.
yeah, shout out Trent. When you link up with knowledgeable people, and then it becomes a group of people, sometimes it can turn into uh, into a
Yeah,
cult.
he gonna keep correcting me. I'm gonna keep posting it because you know what I mean. But I'm gonna use black because more people identify with it. But I like that you keep correcting me and I'm gonna keep posting that bit every time I say it.
It's like all kinds of
I like
crazy.
this dude, Red Feather, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
So
too.
so what got crazy is that, like he was saying, everything gets religious. So when we unify, when we get our things together, we have to make sure that we don't turn
Asshole.
into a overcooked uh, uh, a ball of knowledge. We don't turn into a tough meatball of knowledge. We need to make sure that we are willing to take new information in and apply it, as long as we can go ahead and vet it and make sure that it's going to be better for us as a group.
Facts. Now I can't lie. We can take that blueprint and use it to build something righteous, and I believe that's what it's all about in the first place. Taking the blueprint and building it. Because in our previous stream, Nego, I stated that everyone should be their own leader. Take the information and
For sure.
find your lane and walk that path. But it starts
So,
with self. All comes back to self, like you say.
for sure.
No matter what your skin tone is, Red Feather.
Yeah. Cause see the thing is, um, it's have y'all ever read the book called The Art of War?
Of course.
Yeah.
Get uh get a chance. If anybody's in the comments or watching this live, read The Art of War and the Willie Lynch letter. If you haven't, if people haven't read that, it's the reason why say those two books really helped me is because everybody look like you ain't your brother.
Right. On
Cause
top of that, hey, what you think about I was thinking about making something special for Nat Turner because I went to searching for him online and everything I see about him is comical now, parody or comedy or something like that. You feel me?
yeah,
So
They
I,
need to
I
do
think I
something.
think they're watering down the actual story, bro.
The story
well,
that's missing is Toussaint as well, because
mhm,
Nat Turner may be comical, But if you really want to put out a soldier that really put some bodies on the board, Toussaint and the Haitian movement really need to get some screenplay too.
Of course, but they both that could be like a duo.
But see, I like the fact that he did Nat Turner because that's more popularized. Like a lot of people know about.
Yeah, and
Not too
it's
many people.
Americanized.
We
It's
don't need
America, so
Not too many people know about the Haitian
uh,
movement or
yeah.
or for another example, the reason why, excuse me, Florida State called themselves the Seminoles. People don't know the real
Or the
history behind it.
Geechees. Or the
Yeah,
Geechees.
yeah. People really don't know the real history behind it. So, but that's on purpose though. We have to understand that's the reason why a lot of stuff we don't know about because they don't want to know our true. They don't want us to know our true power. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only that, um, they not understand. They don't want us to understand. Like for example, when the Black Panther was so big, when they were so big, they
Uh,
even had a White Panther party. You see what I'm saying? And they
right.
didn't want that going on. They didn't even want them to be. Eric. Oh yeah. I was gonna say that, but Red already put that out there. It's a guy named Dan. Where I got the information from is a guy named Dan. I think his last name is Holloway. I want to say Dane Holloway, Dan Holloway,
Okay.
and he exposes that. He breaks down. Thank you, love. Thank you. He breaks down the story behind Nat Turner as being fictional and Harriet Tubman's story being fictional. And a lot of stuff that we know, like for certain people, are fake. Have been led to fake story.
Right.
And
So on top of that, I was gonna ask, like, what's more
died of
believable,
Dane
bro?
too, huh?
What's more believable, bro? Slave ships or Egyptian mummies?
Egyptian mummies.
That's not fucking ironic to you, bro. Like, bro, we got mummies from thousands and thousands of years ago, but
Oh,
we
I
can't
know it's
find
fake. I'm
out
just
what's
saying,
fake.
like, if I had to choose between the two, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
So,
that
but
whole.
I'm like, I had people that would literally argue me down, like, nigga, we came here on the slave ships, nigga. It
No,
was
we didn't.
ships, nigga.
No,
I'm
we didn't.
like,
We was already
bro,
here.
calm
How
down.
how how we came on ships when we was already here? We was already here.
Okay, so let's make this interesting. Let's remember that if you destroy evidence, you can report anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's true.
So also, we're going to make a point to mention that there were lost tribes because they got on a shoreless river to a new land. So yes, we can say there were individuals here already. There
Right.
is also evidence that there was a fleeing from Jerusalem south into Africa, and that
Mm-hmm.
is proven by the presence of the tribe of Dan or the Ethiopian Jews who returned to Jerusalem recently. So,
Mm-hmm.
which route should we take when debunking the existence of us before slaves?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Apocrypha speaks of the lost tribes.
Right.
I mean, my answer would be follow what you feel like is righteous. The reason why I say that because people can debunk the information that I feel like is true, or the
Yo,
information
this dude on
truthful,
point like a
or
motherfucker.
even yourself, chaos. So I just feel like follow what feels right, man. Because I feel like even when I was brainwashed to think slave ships and all that stuff, a part of me was like, I don't really believe that. But
Right, because
I went with everybody else was doing because I mean I was legit. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Like
indoctrination at its finest.
yeah, man. once I figured out that all I've been lied to for I want to say 20 something years, you know what I'm saying? Like down to down to every generation, my grandma, my great grandma, like their brainwashing was it's generational, and that was on purpose. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's to a point where like it goes back to the reason why the unification is not the main thing, because we've been lied to for so long, so we're not even trusting each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Facts.
know, like for instance, you know, I know not Florida, but a lot of communities for a long time can grow up with a best friend, like y'all play in the sandbox together, get older, get some money, rob and kill their own friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I seen it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, like me being from Albany, bro, it happened a lot. It's still going on. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, like it's that unified word, man. It's real important, and we have to. I feel like
It's
touching the youth, touching the 30 and under. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's really crucial.
Hey, you
We
see
got
what he say down there?
Man, yo, Red Feather, you need to get on the screen because
he
you
is
tripping.
he.
We need to hear
Hey,
you live.
Red's. You know what? Red's going in, bro. And I bet if he get on this live and speak, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna listen, bro, because like he's dropping knowledge, bro.
He
Like
dropping jewels in the goddamn
yeah,
chat section.
because the thing
Goddamn.
is, a lot of shows, you know
I
what I'm
posted
saying?
for you.
A lot of shows and movies, man, are very true. One of my favorite shows is Quantum Leap. That's one of my favorite shows, and I forgot the guy's name. Shout out to
I'll
him.
let him call.
I think he died by. I think he's passed on by now. I can't think of the host. I mean the lead actor, and he even said it. He even you could just tell the way he acted on there. Like it was just it felt so real, and I felt like that's the conscious mind. That's the way the conscious mind moves. And I feel
Right.
like we're powerful enough to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? We can travel. I feel like I know we can travel through time, especially if you can remember something at 4 years old. If you can remember something at 10 years old, that's traveling back in time. You know what I'm saying? Just because we ain't seeing us jump through a machine or something like that, you know, that
Hey,
don't mean nothing.
so you know what show people have been sleeping on since 1986,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna make y'all laugh, and y'all not gonna believe me, but you need to pay attention. Mother freaking Ninja Turtles.
Mm.
Nobody pays attention. Nobody pays attention. Ninja Turtles is the truth, and I didn't pay really attention because I had my kids on it. They watch them on a regular, and they got the multiple series now. And if you really pay attention, they can never do anything alone. Not that they're not capable, not that they're not prepared, but your brother, will always bring something to the situation to help you through.
That's true.
At the end of the day, that's every single story
And I'm
ends
glad you said
with
that
that.
because all of them add something to the situation. Right.
And you notice the goofy one, Mikey, the goofy
The
one,
smartest one.
he's the spiritual leader.
Yeah. He like,
He's
hey, we're
spiritual
gonna
leader,
do this thing, and
right?
we're gonna have fun doing it.
But your combat leader ain't the smartest one.
Right.
And
Right.
your aggressive one, he ain't stupid, but he's the least to think and the most for action. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Right. And that's Ralph.
And if you
That's
really
right.
look at your 3 closest friends, you one of them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
We got to pay attention. And it's funny to use a little cartoon or whatever, but if our focus is unification, we need to understand that we all have to find a spot, fill the spot, and overflow to our brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what the I say wicked leadership now. I used to say wicked Caucasian leadership, but it's everybody. So the wicked leadership doesn't want that. You know what I'm saying? The wicked leadership does not want, especially brothers like ourselves, to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that, bro. It's too much power. It's too much power, bro. Look. I mean, just look at the screen. You got sponsors in the back. You got creativity in the back. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? People cash apping. You know what I'm saying? You see the power in that. I see the symbolism in the background. They don't want that. They know that power, bro. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather you spend on Gucci or spend on stuff that's meaningless. So
King Table Podcast, you on the mic.
Yo, peace. Red Feather, Moy Toy.
Red Fella, what it do? Y'all hear my
Oh, that's
voice?
Red?
Yeah.
I'm listening to y'all vibing me up already. I'm just throwing out stuff, that's all.
Okay. Where you from, brother?
Jersey.
Okay.
Shout out to Jersey, bro. Shout out to Jersey.
Parents, father said and all that. Whatever. If it was the 1990 era, that's the he was up here Broadway, New Jersey with the music, no diggity, follow me. Behind those feet, in my project. So I know the flavors and the training was a little different.
Oh, no, it's all good.
You know, they had the Moors and all them too, so it's like more of a melting pot when you go down the south with this stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
what he was saying and stuff like that. But yeah, I was up in there for that 1990s and all that.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about something you posted in the chat, if that's cool with you.
I hope it's on that black, but go ahead.
Nah, you made a little statement.
Honestly, when I do that, I'm trying to get people, I still do it with the black and white thing. I do too. But I know about this and I've been through it. I done did the change. I done seen the difference in the change. You know, I know the story and I had to go through the story and all this matter, you know, to fully understand it before I explain it. But I was already told this back in 4th grade, back in the 80s, about the word black, which is synonymous to pale or bleach. So I knew all this stuff, and then getting into the Father Said Nation, I always felt funny saying the black man God. I hated that. I didn't hate the word black, but I knew it meant bleach. You know what I mean? And Blanco and all this Blanc in different languages. So when we speak in this language, we going off their language, and we're sitting there fighting. Oh no! But you gotta remember, they told us that that's who we were. You know what I mean? That's the census right there. The 1850 census when they first started calling us black when we was free. So we fight over a word and stuff that was given to us. You see what I'm saying? And I'll be bugging out like, yo, how y'all be doing it? Look ahead, yeah, my bad.
Nah, that's what's real though.
Hold up. Let me get you on this screen, so you can hear the other co-hosts and everything.
I don't know if I got a screen.
No, I ain't gonna put you on the screen. I'm talking about
Put me on there. I don't matter about
good. Nah, they just want to hear you. I got you in my ear and everything. I got them in my ear, but now you can hear them. You can hear them now.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, I'm totally with you. And what I'm trying to figure out, like, we need to come up with a curriculum to really break down the basics so that we can get beyond where we've been. Because the problem is, everybody gets up in knowledge, and then we have to catch everybody else up. And so those of us who start to get our knowledge, we run out of time.
See, the one thing I look at, a lot of people get into once they hear somebody say something good, then they want to follow them. It's like, yo, why y'all always want to follow somebody to take the best parts? Understand, take the best parts for yourself, get the knowledge and wisdom to understand that 1 + 2 = 6. That's equality, balance.
Right.
You're never going to be balanced if you're following somebody. You're follow. Okay, yeah.
Oh, good.
They don't want to add the math up and be balanced. They want to follow somebody. To me, that's why I said the microwave thing and the other thing. I used to say that back in the 90s. Everybody want the microwave style. You know what I mean? You want it quick. You want it right away instead of going out and getting it yourself. Like down, home, good and cooking. You know what I mean? We know microwave is radiation cancer. So you get something real fast right away, it could backfire on you because you might be missing certain steps at the end. But everybody don't think that way. Everybody in a rush. You know what I mean? Nobody want to fall back. I worked at Walmart for 17 years. And how did I have time as a manager? How did I have time to stop doing all this? I made time. I had the thing in my ear. I knew what the phone was for. It was a mini computer. I just wasn't on there playing around with it. I was doing an hours too. I don't watch people, they just play around with the phone. So it's not, you can't blame the white man, you can't blame this one, that one, you can't blame me. You gotta start from yourself.
There you
Because
go.
you're spending $900 for a goddamn iPhone, but then you ain't using it for its capacity. You're wasting time and then you're mad because now you this out of money and this, that, and the third. You can't do that.
Big
I mean, start from home first. That's what I do with.
facts. But I definitely appreciate.
That's another thing with the whole black situation. On the thing, look at the word blackout. What happens when you black out? You pass out. You're unconscious. They was throwing this stuff at you. They played around with these words so much, and we ran with it, man. I give them props. I give them the utmost props. If people might get mad, I hope this on whoever else listening to this. Call me. You can talk on me one. I got you. I got you. They play this out, big. They play this out. If we supposed to be the mothers and fathers of this planet, man, if that so-called black skin will be dominant and all that stuff, man, they play you out there. How can it? You trust them. How you trust your child something your child turn back around? You can't get them back. Yeah, please. But yeah. I would say this all again.
You on point, my brother, but I definitely appreciate it.
It's much needed, bro. It's much needed. It's much needed, bro.
First of all, that's why I kept saying Psalms 83. There's two types of so-called black people. It's cousins versus cousins. If people want to pay attention, you got the cousins that's over there. That was over there in Europe, the black nobility and all them, the Iberians, the Canaanites, the Moabites and all them. But then you had the ones that was over here, the Aborigines. So it's already a war. It was already a war going on before these Palestinians even were born. It was always been a family battle. We have family battles in our family all the time. Cousins up the street versus cousins down the street. My mother's family. We don't mess with them. Sometimes we mess with them. It's always been a war. So it's always been a black on black war. Now we got to understand the frequency of who we dealing with. You know what I mean? Who are we dealing with? Are you that European flavors? Or are you over here? What's your mindset? Like the homie said with the Seminoles. Yeah, my family Seminole, Gigi. Down in Florida. The Chowanaki and all them in North Carolina, the Richardsons and all that. You know what I mean? And all that. The Yorks. Yeah, I'm a York. I'm related to a York. You know what I mean? My mother's side, like in Georgia, her father's side. I knew about that dude back when I was 4 or 5 years old. When my Black Panther family members. He was on the phone with me and he was talking about, the whites still down there doing that dumb stuff. It was in the late 70s with the Ansar community.
Yeah.
I knew about that.
You want to know what's crazy, bro? I went to a school. You know where Trayvon Martin died, Sanford, right? The city. They got a high school there, Sanford Seminoles. And I never knew what a Seminole. I knew it was a Seminole Indian, but I didn't get the relevance until I became older. And I'm like, hold up, all of Sanford is Seminole County. That's no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Facts.
Hey, so
all that's the same flavor with the Chickamauga going out that way, and you got the with the some of the creeks that wasn't down with. So the Cherokee, which we know the Aniawea, but the Cherokee is kind of like one of your Cherokee, so they said check that the one we got down. You know, but stuff like that, yeah.
That.
Yeah, we all family, and just, you know, and people that look like us that came over here as well, and we all know that group. So we got that mulatto don't always being black and white.
Right.
The so-called black Europeans that came here that mixed in with the Aborigines here. Mulatto's a mixture.
Right.
Now,
got that. So no, we got that. We got both sides of the family in us.
now, Red.
The frequency war.
Hold up.
Red going in, boy.
You got a question, Red.
Red going in, boy. I can barely hear him too.
Really?
Yeah.
What about now?
The Moors want to claim that, but you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
She said, I'm not messing with y'all. Yeah, I'm a Moabite, but I'm not messing with y'all like that. My frequency is over here with his brothers, his family.
Yeah, Red Feather.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Red Feather. So you agree that when they say that the war is going to be within our own household, that people keep thinking about, they talking about the family members that you sleep in the same building with, when really everybody in our household is still everybody walking on this planet, because we all stem from similar bloodlines.
It could be, but like I said, we all mixed up now. We still family, but now it's a frequency now. It's what you pick up on your mindset.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
War, you know what I mean? Because World War III, and I read this back in I'm 47 now. I read this back in the early 90s? Oh yeah, early 90s, about 20-something, whatever. And I used to be in everything, even though with the DJing and the music and all that, but I was studying, you know what I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? But all that, heavy. On my thing, I wasn't out there in people's face, but I was heavy. But the World War III, it tells you World War III is a battle in the sky. You can't win a war on land, and they couldn't win no wars on the water. And so they got to go into the mind, the battle of the sky. So everything people are seeing right now since World War III is your perception. So you can have people around you that might be, family members or whatever, that might be different, just a little bit different bloodlines, but it's the energy.
Word.
It's the energy that we're picking up on right there.
I posted a video about a week ago, and it was pretty much saying that the First World War was when the Europeans killed off 90% of the population. Would you agree with that? Of the native population, my bad. The population of the Native Americans.
You could do that, the Worst World War. They came on here and started annihilating people.
Yeah, the population went from. Yeah, the population went from not 80 million to 800,000.
Yeah, it was man. This is America. This is the whole world. This is Jerusalem. This is what the first crusade is all about. Was over here, trying to come over here back in 1097 and all that. It was about coming over here. They was doing them apple bulls. They was talking about coming to America. And this is America. You know what I mean? This is the spot. That's the new world over there. They was trying to get over here. And then when the Atlantis and all that fell, which was not a long time ago, it was just a while back, the pillars of Hercules fell, and then boom, they got the blessings that come over here and start this trouble. You know what I mean? It had to happen. It's going to happen anywhere. It had to happen.
So you believe in the blessing? You believe?
It had to happen. It had to happen.
You believe in the blessing of the
See how they was going to do to them. So we see that they was no good at doing this. So we got to stop.
Facts.
So Red Feather,
having your own brother. Looks like Chaos got a question for you.
Last question for you. So the blessing of obedience and the curse of the disobedience is the focus of good and bad.
Say that again.
In Deuteronomy, the blessings for obedience and the curses for disobedience. You feel those are the keys to success? In in Deuteronomy, we have the blessings for obedience. It's a list of blessings that we get for obedience to God's commandments, and then there's the list of curses, which is the exact opposite to all the blessings for disobedience. Like when I came across that's part of the reason why even I do still kind of that's why I use the Bible as a heavy reference, because it's a cross reference that I can use for consistency. And so that's why I use Paul's words seriously when he says the law is more of a ruler or a measure of a man, and not so much to be judged against as far as right or wrong, but more so what you should judge each action with. Like it's not so much the Jesus.
I don't know if people get into it, but the Bible was actually the Bible that we got. King James, either he came himself or he sent people over here 8 years before the King James 16th 11 version came out. And a lot of the stories that he got is coming from two shots to the Seagulls. It was coming from what's the name down in the Incas and all them Coquesta world on it. So
Right.
I mean, a lot of the stories are coming from there, where it's kind of like they rewrote our history and then used it against us and threw it in our face. So it is a lot of blessings in there, but it's a lot of stories in there that we run with, but then we was always taught to with the worship and believe into it instead of taking it for what it was worth, the best part. You know?
Facts. But we appreciate.
They took our own stuff and basically threw it back in front of our face. And made us like believe the story that was kind of like about us in a sense, but made us worship it, and that's what we're looking for. So when you say Jesus, if you like in the, even with Spanish with the J, the H, it sounds like he's us. So basically, the story that he went through is basically the same story that we're going through, and we're not seeing it.
Right.
So every time we keep calling on him or Jesus, we still calling upon ourselves. And it told you in Psalms 80, what is it now? Psalms 82, verse 6, 7. And then the dude snapped and then turned around and snapped on you in John 10:34 when he said, hey, you are God. Children of the Most High. So how do we got a book and everybody keeps skipping those two verses and waiting on somebody to come when he told you behind who you are? It don't make sense. I done got mad pastors and key preachers on that throughout the years. They don't mess with me. They know better. They know not to mess with me. When they see me running, walking down the street or the highway, whatever, just walking around, they know. They don't want me in their church. They don't want none of that. Oh, no, you about to mess that money up, homie. You about to mess up the 501c3. They got to pay the IRS off, homie. You got that collection plate around. You about to snatch your people. They don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, see, that's
It's a blessing, a person to us. Yeah, we got to understand it's a blessing and a person here. The jewels in here, the curse is the fact we don't understand what the hell is going on. And we don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to understand the English language, because it's already a bastardized language. Even if it's in its proper form, it's still bastardized.
Oh, that's a whole nother episode. No, don't even go there.
Go there on that item, but we just don't understand the words.
Don't need no.
Illegal in English is a legal language.
No, that's a whole nother episode.
Red, stop it. Red, stop it. You stop it. Stop it, Red. Stop it. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. No, you gotta hold that clip. Sometimes you gotta hold the clip. You gotta hold the clip, Red.
All right, say less.
Yeah, hold the clip, Red. Hold the clip. Hold that clip, bro.
I got suspended in first grade for stealing the freaking the cards of the letters off the wall. That's how much I was infatuated by phonics.
Right.
Yo, them Jews sat there and laughed. It was like, yo, let him back in. He's doing stuff like that. We him in the school.
Right.
First grade is suspended in first grade flashcards off the wall because I wanted to learn all them letters and why you got why A is also like the letter A, I-E-G-H. Why does it sound like? Well, man, oh my goodness. Now I understand why. They messed up the words.
Hey, y'all. Red, sorry for cutting y'all, bro. I'm fixing to hop off, bro. And first of all, I want to say shout out to y'all, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Red, you gotta drop some kind of platform if you want anything, something. You gotta link up with them guys, man. I'm telling you, bro. And I love what y'all got going on, bro. I just want to say that, bro. I fully support y'all. And you gotta Crucial, when you get a chance, bro. If I ain't already got it, send me some kind of link or something to purchase some of your merch, bro.
All righty. It should be down in the bio, but I'll text it to you.
Yeah, text it to me, yeah. And Chaos, you already know, bro. It's love, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro.
Always.
Salute.
All right, peace.
Yo. But Rad, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on, dropping that knowledge, man. I'ma log you in and just let me know when you see us online, man. Feel free to tap in, bro. You heard me, Rad? All right. But yeah, man, feel free to tap in, dog. Anytime, man. But yeah, anything you want to add on top of that? That was a great episode. We just hit the 2-hour mark, my boy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this ain't our first time hitting 2 hours. We've definitely done that before.
Yeah,
but
that's down in the pre-recordings, though. That's down in the pre-recordings.
Oh, yeah.
This is our first 2-hour live stream.
For shizzle. Yeah,
and this was the premiere to season 4 of the King's Table Podcast. You know, for merch, links down in the bio. We got to fix that credit. That's another thing. We got to fix that credit. That's something you can do on your own. And we can help you out with that. Link down in the bio. Hit time management. That's to fix your credit. And, you know, you got the loveyourself.com scrolling across your screen at the bottom. There you go.
Doing all you can. Whatever you need to proceed with ease.
And how much is your 15, 20-minute consultations?
I'm doing free 15 minutes. First hour is free.
Okay.
First hour is definitely free. And then depending on the process, I got services where we start at $10 an hour. All the way up to $37.50.
$37.50. But yeah, that was a great show, man. I fucks with the whole. I like the setup. Yeah, new setup is pretty dope. We're gonna start going live.
Check them for an affiliate link so we can go ahead and then you can plug them too.
Hey, straight up, you read my mind. Hold up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to the sponsors real quick. All right. Think we're great.